I know, it's like I only go live every once in a blue moon. I don't even need a phone anymore to, like, read chat. I have two monitors now. I can read chat through my second monitor. It's a miracle. But yeah. Uh... We're gonna be doing UEFN stuff today, because UEFN is fun. Just doing, like, stream tags. What do you mean is bro gained a sub? What does that mean? You know, I haven't really done creation that much. Like, I haven't really made too much YouTube stuff as of late. SCPSL's like major update or whatever still isn't out because we wanted to wait for UEFN, and now that UEFN's out, we're in the process of learning UEFN so that we can make that update. At the moment, we're like kind of preparing for that project. I personally wanted to create my own assets for it, but Nebula wants to use the Northwood's assets, which we have pretty much all of Northwood's assets. Nebula ripped them from Secret Lab. We just need to find the UVs to like perfectly map the textures onto them. And then we gotta learn Verse to make map generation work. Like, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. But as time progresses, we get more stuff. And this update got a setting that I have been asking for the last 2 years for SCP. We finally got that setting in this update. And I'm happy about it. And you know why we got it? Because I kept pressuring Epic, and then a couple friends of mine went to Epic and had them push that setting off the queue of things to add. So, absolute legends. I mean, Epic already had it on the queue, but it got pushed up. So it's finally in the game. Pretty epic. And then we got the MK Alpha, which is a minor thing, but it's still really good for us, because it's something that Nebula and I discussed. And it's even better than the MK7, which was part of our discussion for, like, weapons and items. But yeah. Anyway, I should probably load up a project before any leaks occur. Anyway. So yeah, we're doing UEFN. We're doing Hypnos, because there's a couple things with Hypnos that I need to fix. And I don't know if Nebula has done anything on his end that I need him to do. We will see shortly. I hope he has, because, quite frankly, I need him to do some stuff. And by that, I literally just mean check-in changes. Yes, thank you. It is amazing being a part of Alliance. There's been multiple hints towards me being in Alliance, by the way. Like, as time's gone on. If you guys looked hard enough in Zoo Prop Hunt, you guys would have found Gobble and Patch. They were vibing there. When I was on vacation, like, in Rhode Island with Ender and Nineace, and our friend Bush, you would have seen, if you like follow my Twitter or anything, you would have seen clips of me with the Alliance hat on. Like the one that's like in my Alliance tweet. That hat, what I was wearing in those videos. There were a couple little hints towards it here and there. Intentional or unintentional. But yeah. The Alliance hat was unintentional. I packed 2 hats because we were gonna have Ender's dog Lola with us on day 2, and I didn't want my hat to get like absolutely shredded in hair, so I wore like a different hat that day, and that was the one that got shredded in dog hair. So there's just like little bits of Lola roaming around my house now, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, it takes a while to load up Hypnos, by the way. It takes a long while. But, I do have something to tell you guys about UEFN that might help you. If you guys did not know, with UEFN, there is... how do I say this? Since launch, there has been an issue. A pretty big issue. You guys want to know what issue that was? It's regarding world streaming, aka thermal cell memory. And it's a very interesting issue. So, it might be better to show you and explain once the project's loaded up. Simply just because it's hard to explain without directly showing you. But I'll get to that. Have I seen Across the Spider-Verse? Yes. Brilliant movie. I am one of the few people who is going to say it's better than the first. And I think it's better simply because they explored more screen time with some of the other characters. Like, it was more... like, the first movie was more about, like, Peter and Miles. Whereas this one's more about Gwen and Miles. And I think that was, like, a really interesting way they went around, like, showing some of that. Like, Gwen got way more emphasis in this movie than I thought she was going to get. I don't want to, like, spoiler the movie, but, like, I really, really like Across the Spider-Verse. Really good movie. If you haven't seen it, go and see it. It's incredible. Let me just wait for these construction scripts to complete. There we go, the map's loaded up. So as you can see, Hypnos, we were able to restore it after we had a couple issues. A little tip, by the way, is if you're moving around like this, use the scroll wheel while like moving around to increase and decrease your flight speed. I would recommend it. So like Canopy is just kind of the same. These textures are still here, by the way. They're not broken. It's just editor being dumb. You can see they're still applied. But there are a couple problems. When we came to the corrupted version of Hypnos, this is Hypnos. There were a couple problems. Like the NSL Chinook is gone. And I have to remake some of that stuff, I think. Do we still have the model in the files? Let me double check. I think we still have the model. Okay, yeah, we still have the model for the NSL Chinook. But it's checked out by Nebula, which means, yeah, there's a ton of stuff that I'm still gonna have to do. What a bother. God, do I have to repair its textures too? Oh no, the textures are still applied. So yeah, this model is still a thing. The animation, I believe, is still here too. For the blades rotating. Yep. So, okay. It's just gone from the level, that's it. The Chinook itself is fine. I just gotta set up the blueprint actor again. Okay, let's do that first. Let's set this thing up to be a prop. Let's get this guy working. Building prop. Looking good. Hey, how's it going, Mom? Yeah, it's that they don't plan on they do have on planning a playtester role, but yeah, UEFN does have its limitations, but those limitations are in place for a reason. Alright, let's get the Chinook set up. Actually, I think I can apply it here. Yeah, I'll apply it here. Chinook mesh. There we go. Config. And there's a lot of these things I'm probably gonna have to do. Yep. Alright. Hey, nice. Welcome to the stream. I messed that up. There we go. Chin pock. You know, I'm just gonna retype that. There we go. There we go. Interaction text doesn't need any. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else here that is important. I don't know if that part's important. It's more so like down here that's important. I haven't made a custom prop in like a little bit, so I need to like remember what I'm doing with this. Resource type, this will give metal. Permanite. The fuck is permanite? Alright. Suppress health bar, no. Alright. Resource rates, row name. Prop metal very high. Register structural grid. I don't want people to like build onto this. Who made our SCP-914 model? That would be Fierce Deity. We're gonna use a new model for 914 with UEFN though, when we get round to SCP. Break effect, I don't have one. I'll just have it be regular stuff. Is player buildable? No. Surface type would be metal. Unless I have a different one. Human flesh, ew. Weak spot metal. I'm trying to see what like resource types we have. Oh, chrome. Oh. I want the surface type to be chrome. That'll be fun. Will Hypnos have updates like Inaba? Yes. Weapon response type, environmental, yeah. This is just setting it up so that, like, once I've put the prop manipulator on it, it can be harvested for resources. Building type, prop, yeah. Yeah, Inaba, I can show you something with Inaba, but, like, Inaba's memory is kind of, it's kind of screwed. I could convert Inaba to UEFN though, because memory has been fixed, and I will address more on that in a minute. What was I doing? Team Spectator, yeah, I guess. Can be damage doesn't apply, by the way, to these usually. This should be fine. I think this is fine now. Yeah, alright, this should be good. Let me save this. Compile it. It's compiled. Alright. So let me put the Chinook back down in the level. There we go. I'll have to put these down in an edit session. Like in order to attach it, I think. I'll have it overlap the Chinook though. And then I need another one over here. This POI has 2 of them. There should only be 2 of them on the island right now as well. I also need to remake the material for the vault door. The vault door material was lost during our recovery process. The vault door is kind of... It's back to like a 7-tech door, which it's not meant to be. Hey, Nebula. Donut. Yeah. They're not going to allow custom weapon models for a while, but custom weapon stats are on the roadmap. Those are something we are going to be getting in the future. Welcome to our materials folder, by the way. We have like a chrome material right here. I'm going to make a new one. And you know what I'm going to do? You see this iron material? I'm gonna make a material instance of this. Actually, I might just be able to... I might just do this. have it slightly more like... this is just a placeholder, by the way. We can change this texture later on if we want to. Oh wait, that's not even the door texture. Wait, we had a texture for the door. Let me just apply these different types of metal to the door and see which one looks the best. Very shiny. Yeah, I think regular iron looks the best here. Maybe this variant of it. If we go now to the Fortnite folder, we go to materials, not Fortnite. Sorry, Hypnos content, assets, imported content, materials. I had a material for this. I just gotta find it. I think it was in the NSL's materials. Yeah, Chinook wrote a mat. Oops. There we go. We've repaired the vault to what it was prior. Vault textures have been fixed. Alright. Texture for the door itself was slightly off, but, you know. Yeah, stuff is still checked out, Nebula. Add a weapon that does 1 damage for the funny? No. I'm taking Hypnos somewhat seriously. Anyway, so in the world settings, if I enable preview grids, this is cells. You see this? This is a cell. And as I move around the map, you'll see where all the cells of the island are. Now, the reason memory in UEFN was so broken is because the loading range didn't work. At all. So I'm actually going to increase my cell size, because the bigger the cells, the easier it is to build HLODs. So I'm going to double that. I said double that. So pretty much the entirety of Canopy is now within a cell. And I'm going to keep my loading range to be, let's say, this. Might be too big. Hold on, let me put the back down. So this is everything in this circle, and only in this circle, is what will render at any time. So we can build HLODs, and everything that isn't in the circle will stay rendered at like a very low poly mesh with no collision. It is a really useful tool for maps, and it's what the BR map uses. But this is a really good idea to do with your maps. Like, find the perfect variance between cell size and loading range. But the problem is loading range, prior to this exact update, from launch of the UEFN beta, did not work. At all. And I called it. I called that from a mile away. I was saying it didn't work, and I was right. And I'm glad I was right. Because now I get bragging rights about it. Just responding to DMs through my phone. I don't want to, like, breach into you. Alright, there we go. But yeah. So, now let me hide preview grids real quick. There we go. So, to kind of show what we have got with Hypnos... Oh, I pressed F10, didn't mean to do that. I was going to press F11. There we go. There's a couple problems with the map. For example, imagine every single texture in this building has broke. And I cannot repair them until Nebula checks in his changes. And then I'll be able to repair those textures. But yeah, pirate ship is still the same. Particles haven't changed. X marks the spot is still the same because the decals never changed. We do want to replace all these jungle trees with new ones when we get access to that. But, you know, we don't have the new Chapter 4 jungle trees yet. We are going to be converting it to landscape, though, today. Which means we're going to need to repaint every single road on the island. Repaint all the biomes. Background music's, like, dying. The bridges we may have to change, too. Depending on what we do. But, yeah. I don't even know what the memory for Hypnos is like now. But yeah, I'm just glad everything was restored, so we didn't have to make the whole map again from scratch. You can also see what we've been working on for Chemical Chaos. We've got this, like, weird material here. But it is another NSL POI. It's very unfinished, as you can tell. But this is the POI we are currently working on. You can see that we've got things above laid out for us to build it. But yeah, other stuff hasn't really changed all that much since. But yeah. This is another POI with broken textures. Nebula has checked out. So once he's checked in his changes, we'll be able to repair the textures here. But yeah, Hypnos is looking hype. Oh yeah, I don't know if I've ever showed you guys this POI. There's a Resident Ridge. You guys wanted a town POI, so I gave you a town POI. It was kind of nice. I hope I'm not, like, cutting out for you guys. I better not be. But yeah, this place does have custom textures and, like, paintings on the walls. A couple memes, perhaps. The Block 2.0 entry, the painting on the wall. This house is special. This house has, first of all, it's got Lost Labyrinth from April Fools. Just kind of doing its thing. There is a decal, like, on the opposite side of this wall that's breaking it. But this is, the Minosaurus painting. And then there's a picture of Edge of Space. But this is my office. He's gone! This is illegal. We have to find him and put him back. He's not here, and it's a problem. Patch, what are you doing? You're meant to be here. The patch is real. He is real, chat. We don't have a model for Gobble yet. We still need a model for Gobble. Oh, this was made by Tiny, by the way, this little patch model. I love it. It's amazing. Tiny was meant to be making a Gobble model, but I don't think she ever got around to it. But yeah. Still scanning, repairing my drive. Jesus Christ. Maybe that's why it's lagging. Yeah, patch is in that house. We've got, like, my first ever block entry on the wall in here. Frontier is in here. And then we got SCP. But this next building is amazing. So we have the Sky Jelly painting. Still one of my, like... I kind of like this painting when I made that. We have the Duff Flopper painting. And then the Midas Flopper painting. Isn't it wonderful, guys? Don't you love this painting? Isn't it, like, a beautiful work of art? Like, isn't it wonderful? Isn't it, like, the best painting you've ever seen in your life? This is the bunker. This is a weapons store. You know, if you couldn't tell. Or at least, a fake one. This is actually a armory. Because this is a decoy town that the NSL are using. As a kind of disguise. But yeah, this building has weapons that just naturally spawn. A couple ARs, RPGs, you get the gist. Bunker on the wall. But it's called the bunker because it's literally an NSL bunker. Who would have thought? It's literally a bunker. Who would have seen that one coming? Then we've got clocks on the wall in this building, because it's a clock tower. It's funny. This is Noms. Noms is a thing. Yeah. What would you expect from it? And here we have Plant. Isn't it wonderful? Who would have guessed? It sells plants. And the last building is Big Shots, which is just a coffee place. Little diner. It's kind of cool. But yeah, that's your town POI. What are you guys thinking? I hope you guys will enjoy that. And then this is the middle of the map. Yeah, there's a lot of Z fighting here that we gotta repair, but you know. Certified River Go Bear. I love this POI. And then we've got these like sandbar islands out here. They're all relatively flat, they're on the corner of the map. The primal biome is, well, this. It's not great. Yeah, plant, I know, right? But, you know, we're gonna be changing that. Yeah, certified primal biome, go primal. Brr. This is like Nebula's little area. Let shaders do its thing. Yeah, let shaders do its thing. There's a POI right here that we haven't worked on yet. Or at least there's meant to be. But yeah, the island from above looks like this. Still. We still haven't really done much stuff with the beach on the edge of the map. Mostly because I'm still like trying to figure out what to do with that. It's something I want to figure out. Oh, let's see what this is on my phone. Yeah, there we go. It's sad there's only 13 people watching, 14, but it's cool. But yeah. Whoa. Whoa! Anyway. There was a thing that I wanted to do with Hypnos. And the entire point of today's stream. What is unsaved? Oh. Patch. Yeah, of course. So. I think Landscape 2 is the landscape we're using. I don't know why there's so many. I don't even know what Landscape 3 is. Since when was there a Landscape 3? I don't know what Landscape 3 is, but it's gone. Because clearly it wasn't important. Like, nothing broke from deleting Landscape 3. I don't know what Landscape 3 was. What is Landscape 1? Is Landscape 1 also unimportant? Yeah, looks like Landscape 1 is also unimportant. It's like, I think Landscape 2 is the only important one for Hypnos. Yeah. I don't know why we had two landscapes that, you know, just were kind of there. I don't know what those were, but they're gone. Anyway, Landscape 2 is the important one. Why are there spline axes? We don't have any splines. Is there a spline right here? Nope. Be gone. There was no spline. There's so many random stuff here that I'm just cleaning up. Anyway, what we were actually doing is selecting every single chunk of the landscape, which you can see right here. Anyway. That was actually a mistake. I didn't mean to do that. Well, no, I did, but I didn't do the right thing. There's something else I needed to do first. So anyway, we got some broken textures, and that's fine, because we're going to fix them. eventually. But you know why that was a mistake? Because the grass is too dark. Let's fix that. You see this? And how we can't open this? What if we could? What if we could? Well, what if we could open this? What if there was never... Oops. What if there was never a problem? What if we did have access to opening this? What if, uh-oh, a desert is leaked? Uh-oh, there's a desert coming to Chapter 4, guys. Would you have guessed? Oh, what's this? We were able to leak the tropical biome too? What a surprise. It's funny. Anyway. So we wanted to make this brighter, right? These anchors will either hold us together or tear everything apart, and I mean everything. Yeah, pretty much. Ho 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 ho. But yeah. So anyway, if I wanted, I could change the colors of things. It has been some time, you're right. So, what was... Let's see. So, you see the color of this grass? Right here? This is also the cliff texture. Well, what if I just... I don't know. Oh, look at that! Hey guys, look! I'm tampering with it. You guys should learn how to do this. It's kind of nice. So what if I just did this? I don't know what this does. I'm trying to figure out what way I can change the color of this. Base color. What if I just boink? Hey guys, you like the base color of Asteria's landscape? You guys want to go to Cheese Planet? Because we can go to Cheese Planet. If you guys want Hypnos to be a cheese planet, we can go to a cheese planet. It's completely up to you guys. I'm having way too much fun with this. Anyway, let's set the landscape to that. Or how about this? Hey, it's a brown cliff now. You guys like brown cliffs? Look, it's beautiful. Isn't it beautiful? Or we could change the cliff here to be, I don't know, yellow. Or how about we make it purple? Do you guys want to go to the Last Realities planet? It's wonderful. Isn't it wonderful? But yeah, if you guys want to make custom landscape materials, just make a material instance. It will change your life. But yeah, no, we don't want to change the cliff itself. We can change the colors of other stuff if we want to. But I don't really mind that much. But what I want to do is I want to change the grass itself. And that is these. But the thing is, you see how each of these have different colors for them? I have to keep that same color consistency for the grass, no matter what. So I gotta find a way to make all of these brighter, whilst keeping it the same, like, difference. So what if I set this to 0.5? That makes it brighter. What about 0.7? Okay. This one... Ooh, okay. I have an idea. I have an idea, chat. We're gonna get some help from our old friend Calculator. Isn't it wonderful? You know, everyone's favorite application. So this is 0.2. And we're gonna set this to 0.6. Actually, what's 0.7? 0.7's a brighter grass color. So we're gonna set it to 0.7, meaning we want to add 0.5 to every value. So this one is fine, because it's gonna be 0.7 regardless. But you see this? We want to add 0.5 to this. So we're gonna copy this number. We're gonna go to our calculator, we're gonna input it, and we're gonna add plus 0.5. That's our green value. Wazam! And then we get this color. 0.25. I didn't even need to use a calculator for this one. That's 0.75. You see this one? This one is a... Oh shit. This one is a big number. So we get the funny calculator to do it. Not 0.8, 0.5. There we go. We get this value. And we stick it in here. We're making the grass a good color because I don't like Asteria's grass. Intellect 100. I failed math, by the way. That's why I'm using a calculator, because I suck at math. Math is not my strongest point. It has indeed been a hot minute. You see, this one has a lot. So, once again, we're going to input this number and 0.5 it. And then we get this. We're making it a lot more green than teal. And that's the reason I don't like Chapter 4's terrain, by the way. It's because it's very teal. I don't like how teal the terrain is in Chapter 4. It's a little too much on the darker side of things. Oh, yep. Wait, fuck. No, I don't want to do that. I want to copy this. And then we 0.5 it. Bada bing. Bada bum. Ta-da! And we also have the other biomes too from Chapter 4, but I don't really want to tamper with those. Because you see, right here we have the fall biome. And if you guys don't know, the fall biome is the Oathbound area of Chapter 4. We have Sakura, which is this is the Mega biome. We have Desert, which is, you know, desert. I don't know why we have desert, but we've got Tundra, we've got Fall, we've got Sakura. But yeah. There's also Tropical, which is jungle. But yeah, we're just kind of flicking through these settings to get this landscape material set up. But yeah. And I'm gonna just enable all these, just because I can. Doesn't matter if I change them. I'm enabling all of them. And then we're gonna save that. So now we have a very green grass. And we're gonna throw this onto the landscape once it, you know, saves. I've got so many Discord pings, but I don't want to open my Discord on stream in case, like, I open up to any alliance stuff. So I'll have to answer Discord on my phone. Yeah. This is taking a while. I don't know why. Traversing files in revision control, which is stupid. We hate revision control. URC, Unreal Revision Control, is stupid. And I hate it. Anyway. Hypnosis-Hysteria is about to take over the island. Oh my good god. Something tells me, hey, Nebula. Something tells me something ain't quite right. So something tells me that we made a mistake. That is... Ew. So chat, I may have made a critical error in my assumptions for the island. And maybe that wasn't much of a good idea. That was horrible. But here's the thing. We're not done with it. Because now that I know it's ugly and that I never want to use it again, we're gonna have fun with it. And we're gonna make the island look like cheese. Because who wouldn't want to make the island look like cheese? Oh, we're also gonna change the normal map to something like really stupid. Yeah, you guys want like a wooden landscape? You guys want the landscape to look like wood? Would that be nice? Would you guys like that? Let's see. What else is really ugly for a normal map that would be really funny to throw on to make the map look like absolute insanity and like a virus? Let me just find a really bad normal map. Log, you know, log would work, maybe. We could log it. You know? Normal. Chain link fence? You guys want the islands to look like a chain link fence? No? None of you want it looking like a chain link fence? Alright. Let's see. Let's see what other stuff we can find to completely ruin the landscape. Honestly, I feel like a chain link fence would be really funny. Let's keep it that for now. Let's go chain link again. Boink. It's gonna be pain and suffering. At this point, I'm just messing around because that'll be funny, but... So anyway... We're about to commit, we're about to commit complete crimes against humanity. This is a Twitter screenshot. This is a Twitter-worthy screenshot right here. I was gonna say, you guys like my Asteria landscape? You guys like the landscape? I made it myself. Oh, it's so ugly. It looks like someone painted over the whole island. Oh, I'm loading up that. Yeah, that's a screenshot. Cheeseland is real. How do you guys like Cheeseland? Oh, I hate it. Would you guys like Chrome Rock? You guys want a Chrome Rock biome? Because I can make the landscape look like it's made of chrome. I can do that very easily. So welcome to Chrome Land. As you can see, we have this uber reflective pearl-like landscape. It's so ugly, isn't it? Just look at it. It's beautiful. Look at that chrome island right here. No, it's horrible. I never want to look at this ever again. Yeah, this is Cheeseland. It's very special. I think this is also Chapter 1. Like, Customizable 1, I'm pretty sure is possibly Chapter 1. I don't know. I don't know what landscape this is, but we're gonna find out. It's actually... I don't actually know. This isn't Chapter 1, but like... This feels like Chapter 2... Swamp. Like, you guys see this, right? Like, does anyone else get, like, swamp kind of vibes from this? And that this feels kind of like a swamp? Actually, no. You know what this is, right? This isn't Chapter 1. This is Chapter 2 and 3 Jungle. This is Artemis. With no foliage. I think? Wait, no, it's not. I know what this is. Guys, this is the new landscape props from Creative. Like, you could tell by the grass. These are the landscape props. Like, the lava landscape props. From Creative. That's what this is. But you know, I know we have proper jungle foliage now. I don't actually know how to get access to it, but this could be useful for us. For the swamp biome, if we can find a way to get this to work. Very interesting. Anyway, Asteria. I want to make the Season 8 map of Chapter 1, but, like, I also don't. I just don't care enough to make it. But yeah, sorry, Nebula, I'll check in. Sorry about that. I'll check in the Asteria landscape. Let me just save all the landscape stuff. Certified Nebula. But yeah, this is a certified UEFN. Also, I think YouTube just like, yeah. There we go. I never want to see this atrocity ever again. You know, that atrocity is still Twitter-worthy. I'm just gonna tweet it as Cheeseland, that's it. It's just Cheeseland. No, Creamy, that's perfectly alright, thank you. I'd rather not. But no, like, I do miss the Season 8 map. What the fuck? Why is the grass overlapping my dirt? Kinda whack. Where is my mud foliage? Where is my beautiful Chapter 4 mud foliage? Where is it? Where is the Chapter 4 dirt foliage when I need it? I want it. How come forest gets foliage but my dirt doesn't? Like you see in this? Where is my dirt foliage? Did I try update to a Frontiers? I wouldn't mind streaming that a little later. So there's a reason why we're switching to a stereo. It's because of the foliage. The foliage is very pretty on Asteria's landscape, and I like it. However, converting to Asteria does, however, turn our biomes into cobblestone biomes, as you can very much tell. And that doesn't really stick right with me. So anyway, let me just, where was I? What even is layer 7? I don't even know. Ahem. Baby, 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 baby. Baby, 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 baby. Biomes? What are those? Biomes? Roads? What are those? It's a miracle, isn't it, Chad? Oh, does that only clear it for the single... Does that only clear it for the single... like, landscape proxy? I don't think it does. But then why? Why is the road over here still here? Nuh-uh. I do not approve. Clear layer 5 now. Clear layer 6 now. Bruh. What the hell are you? Oh wait, you're on a different layer. This must be on a different layer. Nuh-uh. Be gone. You do no belong. And neither do you. So anyway. Who wants to repaint some roads? You guys want to show the map? I've already showed the map, sure. There's no roads now, but... Anyway, there's the island. Without roads, but there's the island. Ain't it special? No, not really, but you know. Landscape. Okay, I'm actually gonna wait for it to finish preparing shaders so I don't lag like hell. But yeah. We gotta repaint our roads. But it shouldn't be too hard. Streams are back. I just felt like streaming today. I didn't really have much else to do. But yeah. We're using a stereo landscape, so we're gonna repaint the whole island. And we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it good. We're gonna make it good. But the first question that we need to ask ourselves... We don't even need to ask ourselves the question, because I've already answered it myself, but... I kinda wanna keep the island the way it is in terms of roads. Bruh. Fix your foliage. I want to keep the island how it is, in terms of roads. Like, I want the cobble gravel roads still, instead of the asphalt. Because don't get me wrong, asphalt is nice, but I don't want it feeling like Chapter 1. I don't want Chapter 1 landscape, you know what I mean? I don't really like Chapter 1's roads. And I don't want to use the road spline, because I don't like the road spline, so... I mean, I could if I wanted to, but I just don't really want to. Like, unless you guys want me to do the road spline, like, I don't really want to do the road spline. Mostly because of the bridges are like this. Like, I would make the roads grey. Believe me, I would. It's just that I don't know. Bridges are really hard to do. And I don't really want to have to build a massive bridge that's going to be a bitch to work with. So that's why initially I was just using landscape paints. Because bridges are a bitch to do. And I don't want to have to worry too much about that. So, like, that's why we were using, like, the medieval gravel-style roads. You know, that can change, too, if we needed to. Because, like, some areas of the map already use asphalt, like NSL bases. And Resident uses asphalt as well, because, you know, it's a town. But, I don't know. I'm very 50-50 on the road material right now. No, can we set up a pole? I'm wondering if we can set up a pole. You know, we can set up a pole. We're gonna set up a pole. We're gonna set up a pole, chat. That's meant to be muted. We are going to set up pole. Alright, chat. Answer the poll. Ask and answer away. Would you guys rather have gravel or asphalt? I probably should have kept that open so I can check the results. I probably should have checked the results. I should probably keep this open to check the results. But yeah. Let us figure this out. You paused the stream? Why? Accidentally. I has the dum-dums. That's weird. Like, hold on, Nebula, delete all the files from your system, like, completely. Make a folder in your C or D drive, depending on, like, whatever, like, storage unit you use. And once you've done that, I would suggest, like, resyncing the files from Unreal Revision Control. Because we have a bugged map, and you should try and fix it. But that's what I would do. The poll results right now. Asphalt is winning over gravel with 6 votes. I'll give you guys an extra minute. You guys have an extra minute for your poll. Because the other reason we had gravel initially isn't just because of the bridges. It's because these fences looked really nice with it. And these fences kind of bordered the road of the island. As you can see, they go all around. So, like... If you guys have not voted on the poll, you shall vote on the poll. I'm gonna give you guys an extra minute. Seven votes. Currently, it is 8 votes. It's 25-75 for asphalt. 9 votes. Man, asphalt is demolishing gravel. That sucks. But very well. I mean, you know, I'll do a little paint demo of both. So, like, you guys already have, like, asphalt here. And if I open up our layers here and go get gravel... That's not gravel. I believe gravel has foliage applied to it. Yeah, gravel does have foliage tied to it. Like little pebbles that stick up out of the ground. Whereas asphalt does not. However, I do believe that asphalt is going to be the winner here. So... it appears that the roads will have to be asphalt. And you guys understand what that means, right? It means that I'm about to suffer. Because I think asphalt's going to look terrible. Unless... unless it is a road spline. I'm gonna pray. Pray for my soul, chat. Because it is... it is road time. Oh, okay. We're gonna have to do some roads. Save me. Save me, chat. Hold on, I'll enable scale to width, and I'm gonna lower this lake. I'm trying to find like the perfect thing for this spline. There's like specific settings I need to set up. It's probably to do with the control points themselves. Control points themselves would not have a mesh. But it will change the mesh scale. Well, no. Mesh scale doesn't matter. Never mind. There is something I'm like trying to figure out when it comes to spline meshes. Okay, all the current segments. So it does like impact terrain. Alright, time to suffer. What? Let's get a road set up, chat. It might fight with the spline in some areas, but, you know, I feel like this will be worth it in the long run. I hate these. I generally hate doing these. But in the long run, it's going to be worth it. There we go. And I'll like adjust the fences to fit this later on. Oh wait, I might actually be able to align this like perfectly. Ooh. Hold on. I can align this perfectly. Yes. Almost perfectly. It like floats a bit, which is weird. I'm not quite sure how to fix that. Nebula, how fix? How fix? How fix hole? This is problema. I shall figure it out eventually, I guess. Anyway, the road like breaks off here. So we need to have a segment going this way. And then I'm gonna change this segment. If I can, to be a different mesh. Because we have a road, like, split mesh here. That's not what I meant. Oops. I think I block it. You know, maybe I'll just have Nebula fix that part. Oh yeah, I need to end the vote. Asphalt 1, so... You couldn't get it working with the other meshes? What do you mean you couldn't get it working with the other meshes? I do not quite understand. Alright, so we got a road running all the way down here. I'll fix the paint going through the road in a bit. I just want to get the mesh itself done first. Hi, how am I? I'm good. How are you? How are you doing? This is something I was, like, dreading doing, by the way. But it seems to be going somewhat well so far. So I'm not dreading it as much anymore, but... I was dreading this. I was dreading this quite a bit. But it seems to be going well now, so... Tactical Trails now kind of just looks like the entrance to Frenzy Fields. No, it's meant to connect more like this. There we go. The more segments I add here, the cleaner, like, the terrain will be around it. Kind of. And now we have a road that should connect, like, along this kind of whole area. The spin dash is fun. Yes, it does. The map looks so good. Thank you. I appreciate that. Alright. So now... we shall deselect all segments. Because we need to start a new set from over here. That's a control point, not a segment. There we go. Oh wait, this needs to have the same scale as the other road. What scale does this have? This is 0.5. So this one also needs to have a scale of 0.5 across each. That is important. And this control point needs to be rotated here. And now we can continue to place more going along the road here. Now that connects to that bridge. Alright. Now we start a new section over here. Select a segment. Set it to road. Not a road split, that's not what I meant to do. Straight. We got this, chat. We're gonna make this shit work. This is technically Inaba Chapter 2. I don't know if I would call it that. Personally, I wouldn't. This is not something that I would personally call Inaba Chapter 2. Okay, I'm gonna set all segments, and I'm gonna set them all back to 1. Because I want the road to match up. Like, I do, like, genuinely want the road here to match up with the landscape. So I don't want to, like... I hope that doesn't, like, completely destroy some aspects of the island. That does kind of mess with the bridge a little bit. So the bridges might have to be completely redone. Which is slightly concerning to me. And yeah, now, like, this is now completely hanging off the edge. I'm a little concerned on how thick the roads are. So, you know what, I'm gonna undo that. There we go. They're all thinner again now. And then just this one, I can increase the, like... Oh, but that doesn't transition well to the next one. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Hey, yo, what the heck? What does that do? Whoa, whoa, what does that do? I have no idea. You know what? It might be easier here if I fade the landscape into the spline instead. I think that might work better. Because I prefer this thinner road. Actually, it also depends on the size of a car compared to it, so... Because if we have a road, right? We can have a car on the road. How thick is the road compared to the car? A car can definitely drive along this. He's driving on the wrong side of the road, but, you know, UK, so I guess it's the right side of the road. But no, a car can drive along this. Just about. Just about. I don't want it being, like, extremely unrealistic in, like, the scaling, you know? Did I just open modeling mode? Ew. No, I'm not touching that. There we go. Okay, now we gotta make some new control points over here. Select the segment. It's not very often I stream, and like, I haven't been able to like stream Hypnos. I mean, I have, I just haven't done it. But this is, like, Hypnos has taken so long because of like alliance work and stuff, and technical issues on like the UEFN side of things that like, I just haven't really worked on Hypnos all that much, so like, you guys deserve this much, you know? Like, I owe this to you guys. So the road ends there. Actually, this segment in general doesn't even need to be there. It's mostly just this one. Like, this is the ending point. That landscape there needs to be tuned up to fit the road. And this pathway, I don't think needs a road. This one could be handled differently. We'll get back to this pathway later. Because it goes to nowhere, so... Let's, like, smooth this road out a bit more. Not like that, though. You know what? Never mind, it's fine. So now we need to connect the rest of the island to this. Now let's get the next set of roads set up. We'll fix intersections and stuff later. Or try to. Alright, there we go. The way the cliff just bends to the road's will. I'm gonna have to make some, like, override tool for the landscape now. Like a new layer to, like, override the road. As long as this doesn't conflict with the lake, it's fine. That road is, you know, fine where it is. Alright, let's do the next part of, like, the intersection here. Because this road continues this way as well. But, you know, like, the Spin Dash in Sonic Frontiers is definitely a very, very welcome addition. Easily the most fun thing they've put in the game. UEFN looks fun. UEFN is fun. Complicated to learn at first. I mean, I already knew, like, a ton of stuff ahead of time because I used to use Unreal 4. But, like, it took a bit to learn a bunch of the new stuff. I'm gonna have to go around and fix all these fences and stuff later. It's gonna be hard. Well, not hard, but time consuming. It's more so the landscape itself I'm worried about fixing. Because splines are really annoying to work with at times. Yeah, the Spin Dash is a very fun addition. It definitely made cyberspace a heck of a lot more fun to speedrun. The progress we've done so far is amazing, thank you. But I'm far from done. Alright, I need to make a new set of segments here. I didn't mean to set that as a split, it's meant to be straight. Very thin roads in comparison to Battle Royale, but first of all, this is my map, so shut. And second, I mean, I feel like they kind of need to be with the way Hypnos is designed. Compared to some other Battle Royale maps, Hypnos is kind of small, actually, in comparison to some of the others. So, I don't want to, like, destroy the landscape because of splines being dumb, you know? I was considering actually doing this at one point. Like the spline roads. The reason I didn't in the first place is because bridges were just terrible. Like, I didn't want to do bridges with splines. But now that I've already got the bridges built and I understand splines a little more, like, I am more than willing to do them. Also, I just realized I completely messed that up. It's meant to go around this way, not up there. And then we end right here. Comedy. Peak comedy. Road good bump. Anyway. There were some, like, turns back here that were, like, kind of unnatural. And I want to see if I can smooth those out a bit. Actually, these ones are fine. Alright. The roading done. But there's a lot more of it. There is a couple more roads that need to be done. For example, right here. Like, this is one where I gotta... Have I tried writing something in verse? No, I've not done verse yet. It's on my to-do list. And I'll get around to it eventually. Actually, I know what I'll do when I'm done with all the roads. I'm gonna leave the height as it is. I'm gonna set the height back to 1.0 and just have the width and depth be 0.5. Because this is all jungle now, it's hard to see where stuff is. Initially, I'm pretty sure this wasn't... There wasn't foliage here. I'm guessing Nebula must have put foliage here at some point. Because there wasn't foliage here before. Kind of makes it a little hard to see, I'm not gonna lie. Do the gravel road on jungle? Nah, it wouldn't make sense. The reason the jungle doesn't have a gravel road is because the road, like the island, is owned by the NSL. It would be very militarized. Like, it's a very, like, militarized island. It would make sense for the jungle to have more of a gravelly dirt road compared to, like, the rest of the island. Like, the island should be a little more, like, consistent. Actually, let me select the segment. Forgot to do this. Getting it to perfectly stick to the terrain, though, is the hardest part that I've, like, come across so far. And this is where things get tough, because I gotta find a way for this road to get through the jungle up here to the other side. And I haven't come around, like, to figure that out yet, so I'll leave this road here for now. And instead, I'm gonna go on the branching road here. Because unlike that, this road is done. And then this connects here to Imagines. Voila! Every single road that was on the island prior now has a spline on it. Will Gobble return in this map, and more importantly, will he have more feet? Gobble will return. He will not have any more feet. He doesn't have feet to begin with. I do not plan on giving Gobble feet. Yeah, I'm gonna need to make a new overlay, I think. But first of all, I'm getting rid of these trees. Oh my god. I'm sorry, these trees are a nightmare to work around. I will put them back down when we finish the jungle. I hate these trees. I want them away from my road. They are everything I could hate and more. Be gone. These two as well. Those trees are the bane of my existence. I'll do some landscape override stuff later. Next up, we fix foliage going through the road. And try an attempt to fix the road from looking stupid. So like this segment... Oops, I'm adding extra points that don't need to be there. So this point, let's change... Wait a minute. No, this one needs to be a transition. What the hell? Maybe not. I'm trying to figure this out. Because, like, this is a T intersection. At least it's meant... Oh my god, hi. Okay. What did go on? What happened? Okay. Wait. I will figure this out one day. I said I was gonna figure it out one day, and look, here we are. Kind of. I don't actually know what's going on. But we're getting there. And I think this one needs to be changed as well. maybe? I don't actually know. What do I think about Sonic Superstars? Very interesting game. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Okay. No. I do not understand. You know what? Every road on the island has been done. Let us fix their scales. So that's why. Okay. Let's get rid of... Never mind. The problem is the road here is connecting to there, when it shouldn't. And that's an issue. Okay, this is the problem road. So, you know what? It might be easier to link these roads up. Unless, actually, hear me out. Never mind. Closer. That's very close, but not quite. It's kind of hard to tell. Is there a way I can improve that? Because, like, it works and it gets the job done, but it's not perfect, you know? Wait a minute. Is it because the control point isn't using the mesh? That might be the reason why. I think it's meant to be the control point that uses the mesh. You know, this is transition, I think. Maybe not. No, I don't know. I think I'm lost now. I may ask an expert that I know about splines later on. And I'll fix all this wacky, weird transition stuff later. This can still be improved. Let's... There we go. Let me just move this fence and, like, light up. Because this was, like, way lower down before. Before, like, all the splines and stuff got involved. So YouTube asking, am I still watching? Yes. There we go. Oops. Alright. We should start painting the road now, I think. We're gonna paint on regular layer. Let's paint with dirt, because that's what the road uses. Unless we paint with asphalt. Yeah, asphalt is a no. Let's paint with dirt as we go along. This will take time, but we will get it done. You know what? Let's increase the size a bit more, but I'm gonna increase the fall off as well. Or majorly increase the fall off. There we go. We are in the jungle though, so we will need to be slightly careful with when we move our camera. But this should stop foliage growing on the roads, which is a really good thing. And then we get to, this. In that transition point. I'm trying to think of a good place for the cobblestone paint now, because I don't actually know where, like, a good place for that would be. Because it was my road, but, like, we don't really have that road now. I'll try and clean up, like, edges like that as I get round to them. So this is a big plus for Hypnos. Like, this is something I feel like it needed. So it's a good thing we're covering it on the stream. Like, Hypnos always had kind of weird roads with it. And I feel like this is definitely going to help its roads to be more in line with other modern battle royales. In about 4 years, Fortnite will be a decade old. Jesus, that is true. Isn't it the 6th birthday event this year? Ew, look at the landscape. Why is it doing that? Why is it being its weird triangle form? I really hate that about the landscapes in Fortnite. They're just like weird and triangular, and I don't really like it. Like, the landscapes just have this like weird triangular kind of paint pattern, and it's really annoying. And it was like a massive problem. Those triangles, like when I was working on Zoo Prop Hunt, were a nightmare to like get around. I figured it out, obviously, but like, I hate those triangles. I hate them so much. Oh, wait a minute. This is a problem right here. This might help me get more of a smooth kind of curve in like the landscape here, depending on how I position each spline. Might make this part of the island feel a little more natural. Kind of like, oh, what the hell? That's already a pretty much perfect transition. What? Huh? How? I'm not even going to question that. I'm just going to get back to painting my landscape. I want this to be like perfectly flat. There we go. That's arcing down a bit. There we go. Now it's perfectly flat. Alright, there we go. That's a little better. Now let's get back to painting the dirt like I was before. Do I know when they will add jungle terrain to UEFN? I know it's in the files. Jungle terrain is in the files. That was confirmed by leakers. But we don't have it yet, and if you get it in UEFN, it is currently blacklisted, so you cannot use it. Do I have a favorite Chapter 4 season? Ooh. Gameplay-wise, Season 2. Story-wise, Season 1. Wilds is good. But my issue with Wilds at the moment is more or less the kinetic boomerang. And the fact that the boomerang is... how do I put it? I wish that instead of, like, when you right-click, it detonates the boomerang and sends it back to you. I wish that instead of sending it back to you, you warped to the boomerang. So it was more of a mobility item, kind of like the kinetic blade and the shockwave hammer. That's my only real complaint with Wilds. But the kinetic blade was so fun, and the kinetic blade alone, in my opinion, makes Mega the best, gameplay-wise. My main problem with Season 1 is the bow meta. There were no sniper rifles or anything like that, and it had the DMR, which I don't really like. I didn't really like the loot pool too much of Season 1. But storyline-wise, Season 1 was really strong. Especially compared to Season 2. Season 2, in terms of story, was horrible. Like, Wild is shaping up to have a good story already with the return of Sloane, The Last Reality being built up properly, again, and not being completely and utterly, like, just shit on by Mega. Like, they're doing The Last Reality build up some justice, unlike Mega, which didn't do it justice. And it's just good. It's a better start, and I'm happy with that. Right, this is meant to go, like, along here. Kind of like this. Oh, there's a tree in the middle of the road. Get out of here! Okay, there we go. Trees are my mortal enemy, I swear to God. Alright. So this road is more or less dirtified. So the lore for this season is Sloane survived collision, and The Last Reality is coming. That's it. I know, mystical lore. But hey, at least it's better than what Mega was doing. Mega was like, oh yeah, guys, The Last Reality's coming, I promise. I promise you guys, they're coming. And they weren't. And it was really annoying. Mega could not make up its mind of what it was doing with The Last Reality. Like, Season 1 built up The Last Reality, and like, oh yeah, they're coming. Season 2 builds up The Last Reality more, and then Season 3 keeps building up The Last Reality even more. And I'm just like, what? And it is so kind of annoying that they keep building this stuff up and just brush it off and completely forget about it. And I'm not really a fan. Like, if you're gonna build up The Last Reality so much, don't keep pushing it off, you know? Give it to us. Just tell us that The Last Reality's coming and give us The Last Reality. Don't, like, postpone it by, like, 3 seasons. It's, like, it's kind of ridiculous. But granted that, I still love the storyline. What I don't love about the storyline is the people who theorize things. Right, see ya, Octane. Have a good rest of your day. You got YouTubers like Saikan or Saikan? Is it Cyan or is it Saikan? Saikan? I don't know what his name is. But when you get people in the storyline community like that who are spouting the most outlandish theories with pretty much no real evidence to back it up, it's kind of embarrassing. Like, I don't want to look on my Twitter timeline and see a complete mess of a storyline theory that makes me lose brain cells reading it. And that's kind of the current state of the Fortnite storyline, like, community. They have been grasping for straws for so long, or just anything, that they're starting to lose brain cells with their theories, and it's making me, in turn, lose my brain cells from reading them. And it is honestly quite horrible. And it's really embarrassing. I wish I could change this, like, ugly dirt texture. It's kind of annoying. I want it to match, like, the dirt. Because this is the Chapter 2 dirt texture. It doesn't, like, match the Chapter 4 one. It needs to match Asteria's dirt texture, and I don't like that. I don't know if I can, change that, though. I'm gonna have to repaint all the jungle and stuff, too. The swamp will need a complete repaint. I'm sure Nebula and I have a plan for that, though. Right? I don't actually know if we do. Way too much dirt along the edge. There we go. This is definitely like something right here where we can use an intersection to like go into the chemical plant, but you know, no, I don't want to. Give me asphalt. There we go. I want to clean that up. How come we had to change the terrain? There is two reasons why. One, Chapter 4 has really beautiful foliage that we would not be able to get, with Apollo. And two, the jungle. Now that we know we're getting jungle, landscape stuff in UEFN, we need to blend the jungle with the rest of the landscape. And we don't think that the jungle would blend very well with Apollo. Because it's going to be Asteria's jungle. So, because we need it to blend, it might look better if we blend it with Asteria's terrain. So we're using Chapter 4 terrain now, simply because it'll blend better. Which is good. Because we want it to blend. I just gotta find a way to, like, smooth out the road. Make it not fight with the landscape. You know? Like this right here. This is a problem. I gotta find a way to fix that. Honestly, I kinda wish the road didn't have this stupid dirt coming out the side of it. Like, that kind of ruins the road a little bit for me. So I kind of wish I had one without it. But I see why we have it. You know? But no, UEFN, like... It definitely takes longer to build in UEFN than it does in Creative. There is a very good reason for that. And that is simply just because, like, In 1.0, you can just fly around and do things quickly. But in UEFN, you have to, like, individually move each piece and that kind of stuff. But there's so much more potential with UEFN that, like, there's no reason to use 1.0 anymore. Like, I wouldn't go back to building maps in 1.0. If I had a choice, I would not. UEFN is such a massive game changer, and there's so much stuff you can do with it that you weren't able to do before. And even stuff that you could do before, like custom artwork, like on matchmaking portals, is now easier because of UEFN. Do I have a favorite Inaba season? The one it ended on, season 5. I generally don't think Inaba could have had a better ending than the one it already did. Even if I could revive it. Which I probably could. And you know what? I may even do that now. Like, in a minute. Once I'm done with this. I will happily go back in and see if I can give Inaba a UEFN upgrade. At least Inaba late game. I don't know about like core Inaba. That map is done. To speed things up, like mechanics and buildings, you want to make it all 1.0, change the world to 2.0 and add audio terrain and all that? No, you don't. You want to make everything in UEFN and you just want to build it in a live edit session. If you want to go fast and build battle royales, build it in live edit. Inaba return? Probably not, no. Inaba probably won't come back. Even though I have that power, I don't think I will. Because there is a bunch of other maps I would love to make in UEFN. Complex is a map I would love to convert to UEFN. But the reason I haven't converted Complex to UEFN is simply because Complex has broken textures in UEFN. If it didn't have broken textures, it would already be UEFN. It would be first person. But the textures are broken, so I'm not going to do it. Edge of Space is UEFN, though. Yeah, that is the other reason why Hypnos is... Oh, sorry, no. Inaba is not in UEFN. It has broken textures in UEFN as well. The desert biome is completely, like, shattered in UEFN. It's a complete amalgamation of different texture files that got corrupted when I brought it in, and yeah. Big problem. I'll come back to that road. I'm trying to think if there's any roads I've missed that I said I'd come back to and didn't. Maybe the Resident Ridge ones? I'll have to take a look. But, you know, this stuff takes time. But, you know, we're getting there. Couple broken roads, but it is what it is. That road is now done. So now we continue going this way. Road is thick, but also floating and being annoying. But I know who to ask for help when it comes to fixing these things. What do I think of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse? Amazing movie, and I am one of the few people who will say it's better than the first. But yeah. Yeah, we'll get back around to that area then in a minute. Let's see, first of all, let's connect these, because it'll look better if they're connected. Let's go back around this way, see if there's any roads I missed. I don't think there is, but it's always worth double checking just in case. Yeah, we still gotta do this road, which we can do in a second. I think it is just that one road. Yeah, because Imagines was done too. Alright, we got one road left. I've gone past it, it's over here. But yeah, Across the Spider-Verse is a very good movie. Okay, good to know the road is already connected to the farm there. Dude, my hand already hurts. Like, oh my god. Just from painting this much. My hand's killing me. It's nice to see the road like this, though. Instead of just that, like, gravel road we had before. Having, like, an actual asphalt road, even though it's, you know, slightly smaller than a normal road, it's nice. Like, honestly, it's so thin it could pass off as a one-way street, but honestly, I'm cool with that. Next up, this road. Which is gonna connect to the one in the city. Or in the town. And this is where I'm gonna have to blend the landscape, because the road doesn't correctly align here with Resident Bridge. So I'm gonna have to align it myself. By pulling out the asphalt. Hey guys, look, it's aligned now. Oh, I've aligned it, guys. And right here we have to align it too. Oops, didn't mean to do that one. Right, now we continue our dirt path. But this is stuff we can easily fix. Granted, I don't know when I will fix them. This float-in stuff. I think it's kind of sad that old POIs for Fortnite can't return. Like now, you know? Because the old maps are gone. So it wouldn't make sense for stuff like Pleasant Park and stuff to return now. Which is kind of sad to me. Alright. And this is where we can finally use the stone. This is the connection point for Mountain Mines, which is going to use the old road. Because it makes complete sense for this POI to have it. Alright, now we've got that connection point to Mountain Mines, so let's also fix that up here. Because it also connects to here, just like that. And I think that might be the entire landscape of the map done. There you got the scree that connects Mountain Mines to the main road. And then you've got... It looks a little out of place, but it's fine. You got like the road now that is all, you know, asphalt. I do gotta fix the meshes, but I feel like they might be broken at the minute. Let's go to a... hold on. Let's go to cinematic viewport. Top perspective. Full screen. And that would be the minimap, everyone. That's our minimap so far. What do y'all think? Now that we've got actual roads. Oh my god. My hands and soul are dead. Nice map, thank you. And let's go back to perspective cinematic. Wow. That is a screenshot right there. Discord is open on my second monitor, so I can... I was just responding to Ender with something. I'm gonna open up my little archive, because I want to post these screenshots on Twitter after the stream. With the island being kind of like repainted in a way. I'm not done with the repaint, mind you. So, you know, let's repaint at least Canopy first. Because Canopy... Let's go back to a default viewport. Canopy is missing some stuff. And if you remember from before, this is a jungle. So it's pretty easy to actually kind of tell what's missing here. Not you. Stupid cobblestone, I hate you. forest foliage is missing. It's a jungle. There should be a lot of it. Some of the thing is, these dirt piles right here, some of them outline where there used to be jungle foliage, which is really good for me. Or forest foliage, rather. Like, these dirt piles, this is where forest used to be. And that is a huge help in outlining what needs to be painted and what doesn't. I remember there being a little bit over here. There was some decently large bits over here, I remember. There's some bits over here. Nice. But like, it wasn't just like inside. Like, there were large bits of this kind of like outside too. Around the POI. So I'll just dot a couple of them around. Patches of forest. Nice, there we go. And just a little bit over here. Alrighty. Canopy's been repainted. So let's set our viewport back to cinematic. Back to landscape mode, back into full screen. Also, there's no audio. That's because this is meant to be reset. I forgot to load the playlist. It is a problem. Is this the size of an XL archipelago map? No, it's bigger. It is definitely bigger. Canopy had some like initial screenshots kind of like this. Kind of low to the ground. So I'll get some Canopy repaint screenshots. Or just one. Just one I think is fine. I just need 4 for like Twitter. I'm just trying to think what would be a really good road to get a screenshot of. What would be like the best road for that? Not this one, because it's not smoothed out. This one. This is a better road. And I need a 4th screenshot. Somewhere that looks like really, really good with the new paint. Maybe the farm in general. Actually, I've kind of already done one on the farm. Maybe Mysterious Mines. Looks kind of pretty with the Asteria landscape, actually. Actually, it needs to be a screenshot of the whole thing. Should wait for the... There you go, get rid of that. There we go. And those will be used for Twitter later. Nice. For now, though, I think I'm good for a bit. For, like, streaming. I mean, like, this has been, like, a 2-hour-long stream, and I have people to help and things to do. So, I'm gonna check in these changes, and we will end the stream there, I think. If UEFN doesn't freeze, we'd be dumb. UEFN's being dumb. It's frozen. So, yeah. I think I'll end the stream here then. If UEFN's just frozen, I'll just check it in when it unfreezes. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know it's been a while since I streamed, but this is something I feel like I should have streamed. This is something I wanted to stream, you know? But yeah, thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys on the next stream, whenever that is. Probably 2 months, let's be honest. Goodbye.